by the football, I mean the one that you soccer, when you kick.
There's only one football, but go.
Our health secretary has suggested that footballers take a 30% pay cut. Now, before this, there's always lots of debate about footballers. They're overpaid, they make too much money, and they do make quite a lot of money. However, there's something called a contractual agreement. How many people would just be willing to take a 30% pay cut? I'm not debating it from the point of they make too much money. They make what they make. And if somebody doesn't want to pay them that amount of money, then they wouldn't have made it. But they have contract in place.
I think it's a tricky situation here that you can see there's a lot of money involved in football. Footballers do take home considerable amounts of money, and to tell people that they must give up a portion of their money, I think is difficult for us to judge. I think it's also really harsh for footballers to have that put upon them as well, because it somewhat sets a precedent in regards to people being forced to give up their money. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't.
I just think, let's just call it what it is. It's hate, okay? Because the health secretary is not taking a 30% pay cut for whatever he makes. And where do you stop? Because you could go to like lots of different industries. You have management consultants probably making a magnitude of, 10, 20 times what, the person on the lowest end would make. So do they take a 30% pay cut? Because lots of people are going to have to be furloughed. If footballers feel the need to contribute or help people within their club,
it should just go along with their morals. Like you give people the fair judgment, fair correctment of deciding for themselves whether or not they want to give up their money. If a doctor wants to give up their wage, then so be it. But I don't think you should target a particular group of...
Do they get to play 30% less games? They're not playing anything, nobody...
But the thing here is, I think the forced aspect of it, for me, is not right.
So, another thing that we talk about is the irony of having to use social media to stay social. A lot of people at the beginning of the year, maybe who remembers New Year's resolutions at this stage, but myself personally, I was definitely making a conscientious decision to limit the amount of time I spent on social media, just because I felt that it took away from real life human interaction. But obviously that's a no-go these days. So I definitely think it's very interesting that we now need to, if you want to talk to sort of multiple family members, you're doing Zoom. I think I've had people invite me to house party. It was just sad. I want to give you a hug. I want to be in the room having fun, talking. We could probably do this for 6 months, but would you really be willing to do this for 2 years? I mean, 2 years of your not seeing your grandparents, or your parents not seeing you. What are you missing out on? I mean, they might be frail and elderly anyway.
I think social media is something that is great. It allows you to contact people and allows you to express yourself through a different medium. But I completely agree with you that I probably had been reining in the temptation to go onto social media.
And that's very unusual for you, because you're an early adopter of those technologies. I, on the other hand, am like probably one step away from Luddite, or maybe I'm Luddite, okay?
I don't mind social media, and I think it's good to interact on that platform when necessary. And I guess now is a necessary time, because we cannot physically go out and socialize as we would have done normally. But
it is in no way a substitute.